Now to the big debate here on the right stand tonight. On 11th of August 2020, violent clashes broke out in Bengaluru outside the police stations of KJ Halli and DJ Halli. Congress's then MLA Akhanda Srinivasmurthy was also caught in the crossfire. There were arsonists and rioters that were at his doorstep. It was a fallout of an inflammatory post on social media, allegedly that was shared by the former MLA's nephew. Now, 3 people were killed in those riots. Police had to open fire on the crowds as well. Over 30 policemen were injured. There were some journalists that were caught in the midst of this violence as well. Within 24 hours, the Bengaluru police arrested over 100 people. But that was 3 years ago. So why are we talking about it tonight? Well, a Congress MLA in Karnataka has now written to the state government to drop charges against some of those accused. Former minister and now an MLA, Tanveer Saith, has requested the Home Minister to take a relook into those cases and take some of them back if required. That request was not outrightly dismissed by the state government, which has given ammunition to the opposition in the state the BJP has latched on. The MLA came out and clarified. He said that he was only seeking the release of under trials against whom there are no charges. But that argument was not enough to keep the lid on the political face-off that is only escalating in the state. So let me tell you what exactly triggered this entire storm. It was not just Tanveer Saith's request. The issue was aggravated because the Home Minister of the state issued a note on 19th of July to the Principal Secretary of Prisons, Civil Defence and Auxiliary Services in the Home Department. The note urged necessary action. That note is now being widely circulated on social media by BJP. The Congress MLA in his letter claimed that there were innocent people that were arrested, to which the state government sent a letter to the Home Department to look into what these allegations were. Tanveer Saith claimed that there were students that were framed in fake cases as well, to which the Home Department or the Home Minister said that the department should consult the police and look into these cases. Another claim that the Congress MLA made was that there needs to be a review in these cases as per the law. The state government then decided that the department will submit a report to the panel. They will then decide the future course of action. So what exactly transpired there? The BJP is up in arms. Here's what the BJP is alleging. They say it's a clean chit to criminals that are accused of stoking communal tensions. It's the Congress's jihadi mindset is what some of the BJP leaders tweeted. They even recounted the move by Siddaramaiah government back in 2017 when Siddaramaiah was Chief Minister to withdraw cases against members of the now banned organization Popular Front of India. It's nothing but appeasement politics because of which the Home Minister has sent this directive is the claim of the BJP. They even alleged that the Karnataka High Court too in the past has termed the DJ Halli riots as an act of terror, and withdrawing these cases would be undermining national security. So who exactly are these accused? Are these the same accused that Tanveer Saith wants the cases to be dropped against? We don't know yet. We don't know who exactly he is going after or wanting to look after. But let's take a look at some of the accused in this case. Imran Ahmed, the president of SDPI's KJ Halli ward, is the main accused. He is charged under the UAPA Act. He is currently in jail. Syed Abbas, an activist with the SDPI again and president of the Nagwara ward in Bengaluru, is another accused. He too is in jail. Tabriz, another SDPI member, he is also in jail. There are several others that are out on bail, like Muzammal Pasha, the Bengaluru district secretary of the SDPI. He alleged that he was being framed. Currently, he is out on bail. Former Congress Mayor Sampath Raj, an accused in the case, is also out on bail. He was a Congress corporator from that particular ward. He was in judicial custody for nearly 3 months. A former corporator who was named as an accused in an interim charge sheet by the Central Branch is also now out on bail. Now, what exactly was this case from August 2020? That several allegations, several charges had been invoked, including the UAPA, which is where the NIA comes in. An NIA charge sheet has also been filed in this particular case. The charge sheet said that there was a Facebook post by a relative of a Congress leader that triggered the entire controversy. Like I pointed out, the former Congress MLA Akhanda Srinivasmurthy's nephew was allegedly behind that Facebook post. That was used to stoke communal tension and communal riots. The charge sheet then said that SDPI instigated the mob that triggered the violence and that the SDPI leaders had hatched this criminal conspiracy. It was a pre-planned one all along. The conspirators were disgruntled over CAA and NRC is also what the NIA charge sheet alleges. Conspirators were looking for an opportunity to create disharmony. There was an attack on a police station and none of it was spontaneous is also what the NIA alleged. Social media used to mobilize and incite riots. There were derogatory messages that insulted Hindu gods that were posted on social media to whip up frenzy is also what the NIA investigation revealed. 47 of the 247 charge-sheeted members or accused are from the PFI and its wing, the SDPI. Now, the BJP in Karnataka is on the offensive. But can they really claim high moral ground on the issue of withdrawing cases? Because they've done it in the past as well. Let's take a look at the track record of the BJP. The BJP government has issued 7 orders to drop 385 criminal cases in the state. That includes 182 cases of hate speech and cow vigilantism. More than 1,000 accused have been benefited by the former government or the BJP government's move. MPs, MLAs have also benefited by withdrawal of these criminal cases. So it was all done looking at political compulsions for the allegations that were made back then. The Congress had alleged red flags by the Karnataka police that were completely ignored by the BJP is also what the Congress then had said. So can the BJP now claim high moral ground? Is this then just politics of convenience? That's our big debate tonight.
So this is totally based on the principles of justice, that no innocent should be punished.
ತುಷ್ಟೀಕರಣದ ರಾಜಕಾರಣ ಇಂಥ ಜಿಹಾದಿಗಳು ಇನ್ನು ಕಾನೂನು ಉಲ್ಲಂಘನೆಯನ್ನ ಕಾನೂನನ್ನ ಕೈಗೊಂಡಂತ.
If somebody gives a representation that this case has to be withdrawn, we will not suo moto withdraw those cases. We will send it to the cabinet subcommittee and they will decide whether to withdraw or not.
Joining me on this broadcast, spokesperson of the BJP S. Prakash, spokesperson of the Congress Lavanya Ballal, political analyst Abdul Razak Khan and lawyer Aditya Srinivasan joins us as well. But let me begin by asking Lavanya Ballal. Lavanya Ballal, the BJP says this is nothing but appeasement politics. They even raked up the cases against PFI that were dropped when Mrs. Siddharamaiah was Chief Minister back in 2017.
Good evening. First of all, Tanveer Seth has not asked for the release of any accused. He says if there are innocent people, they must be released from jail. And he's not batting for one particular community. Second of all, our Home Minister, Dr. Parameshwara, is very clear about the procedure of this petition. He says the petition has to be submitted before a subcommittee. The subcommittee will look into this, cases, charges, everything, and then come to a conclusion. He is not promised to release anybody or drop the cases against anybody. Third point is when Mr. Bommai government was in Karnataka, the police had to release a lot of these people who were charged with rioting in DJ Halli, KJ Halli, because the police could not furnish any proof of criminal activity. And this was during when Bommai was the CM. And also, Mr. Bommai, before he became the CM, was a home minister who was caught on video in Mangalore airport promising Sharan Pumpwell that he will drop all cases, criminal cases against Sharan Pumpwell. So at this point of time, BJP claiming that Congress has promised to release under trials or accused is so inaccurate and false. Congress has not promised to release anybody. Congress has said this is the procedure and this is what will happen. That is what Home Minister has said. And it is very clear, even on the video, Dr. Parameshwar is saying it will be looked into as per the procedure. He says he does not anywhere say we will release all of these people. So what is this issue being raked up by the BJP?
It's a non-issue, as Prakash says the Congress party. The Congress government or the Home Minister of the state has never promised to release anyone. It's a procedure, a request has been made and the Home Department will look into it.
I believe the Congress spokesperson has not read the letter written by the Parameshwar or by the Tanveer Seth. Tanveer Seth has clearly stated one particular community has been targeted. He did not say general, he did not make a general letter release all the innocent people. All those who were arrested in the riot of DJ Halli and KJ Halli were Muslims. They even tossed hundreds of vehicles, attacked policemen. There was a police firing in which 4 people were died. Mr. Parameshwar has written clearly. I would like to read the letter. Let the Congress spokesperson also listen to it. ಸದರಿ ಮೊಕದ್ದಮೆಗಳನ್ನು ಮರುಪರಿಶೀಲಿಸಿ ನಿಯಮಾನುಸಾರ ಹಿಂಪಡೆಯಲು ಕ್ರಮ ಕೈಗೊಳ್ಳುವಂತೆ ಕೋರಲಾಗಿದೆ. He has asked the police officer to follow the due procedure and withdraw the cases. What does it mean? Those people have been arrested under UAPA. The cases have been taken over by NIA. State government has no jurisdiction over it. The cases, charge sheet have been filed in the court and case is on. And how can the government claim they can withdraw the cases? How can that irresponsible MLA write a letter to the Home Minister requesting all the cases be withdrawn in the DJ Halli, KJ Halli riots? He himself was attacked in Mysore grievously. we felt sorry for him. Now this man has not learned any lesson out of it. Such violence should be deplorable. It is not on communal basis. It should be on law and order basis. None should encourage such elements. But here is a person who himself was a victim, is supporting such elements. Here is the government. From the day one, they are observing appeasement policy to the hilt. Even in Udupi case, they are doing the same thing. Even
If
here,
I may,
yes, continue.
If I may respond, I will read out the last sentence as it is in the letter and then translate it for you as well because it is English-speaking audience.
A home minister writing
It says
a letter
this. Sullu Mokaddam. No. Let me read it. It says, ಇತರ ಕಡೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೆದ ಪ್ರತಿಭಟನೆ ಹಾಗೂ ಗಲಭೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಅಮಾಯಕ ಯುವಕರು ಹಾಗೂ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳು ಸುಳ್ಳು ಮೊಕದ್ದಮೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದು ಸದರಿ ಮೊಕದ್ದಮೆಗಳನ್ನು ಮರುಪರಿಶೀಲಿಸಿ ನಿಯಮಾನುಸಾರ ಹಿಂಪಡೆಯಲು ಕ್ರಮಗೊಳ್ಳುವಂತೆ ಕೋರಲಾಗಿದೆ ಬೈ ದ MLA. ಈ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಪರಿಶೀಲಿಸಿ ಅಗತ್ಯ ಕ್ರಮ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳುವಂತೆ ಸೂಚಿಸಿದೆ. He says, do the needful as per the law. He is nowhere in his letter mentioning withdraw the cases against accused. He says there has been a request by Mr. Tanveer Seth. He says there has been a request by Tanveer Seth, look into this case and do the needful as per the law. Sir, please do not translate the letter incorrectly. Do not translate the letter incorrectly,
Withdraw the
sir.
cases. He has no local standing.
He's not.
It is
I have the
KSS
letter with
are
me,
in
sir.
court. It is
I
for
have
court
the
to take
letter
the
with
call.
me.
Who are you to say
I
also?
have the letter with me. I have
I
the
also
letter
have
with
the
me,
letter
sir.
of
I'm reading
Parmeshwar.
it,
I
the
don't-
letter. You are translating it incorrectly, sir.
I
You are
have also
translating
got
it
the letter of
incorrectly.
Dr. Parmeshwar. He has clearly stated, I have go by the Home Minister's
I am
statement.
glad you have the letter. Please translate it correctly. Do not misconstrue the letter and
I
create issues.
translate. Why should I? That need is, it is for you to misconstrue it, not me.
Sir, it is not like Mr. Bommai who promised to drop all criminal charges against Sharan Pampwell in Mangalore. Congress party or the government does not do that, sir.
If any individual is charged with the UAPA, anyone indulging in violence, anyone indulging in attack on police stations, such people should not be shown any
Then why did the
sympathy.
police?
They should be
Why
tried
did
in
the
court
police
of
under
law.
Mr.
We
Bommai?
have never
Why did
released a single person who is having such
Sir,
cases,
sir,
political cases.
I think you are
and
unaware.
Even you have
You
released.
are
we have
unaware,
taken
Mr.
back hundreds of
Prakash.
cases. Nobody has objected.
Mr. Prakash, you are unaware that the police under Mr. Bommai has released a lot of people they had arrested during
Definitely,
KJ Halli,
they
DJ
are-
Halli
they-
riots.
they don't-
They
they were
had
not
released.
indulging in any
Why did
terror
they
activity.
release
You
them?
don't know the
Why
difference
did they
between
release them?
political agitation and the terror activity.
Why
What
did
can
they
we do about
release the
it?
people who were who were arrested under the charges saying they participated in DJ Halli, KJ Halli riots, where later date released
Sure.
by
So
the
this
BJP
all comes
government.
down to, is this the
All
politics of
suspects will
convenience?
be
Are these
arrested.
cases
Those who
dropped or
found
are these
innocent,
requests
they will be
made
released
by
by the
specific
police.
parties
Bombay
that
is
are in
not
power?
arrested.
That's the question I began this debate with. And I want to get in Abdul Razak Khan as well. Abdul Razak Khan, not just this particular case, but let's talk about cases like these. There are several cases in this particular case that have been, the charges of UAPA have been invoked. Karnataka High Court has come down very heavily in some of those cases. Bail has been denied to several of those accused, going on to say that, in fact, the Karnataka High Court said that lawyers can't chant this mantra that bail is a rule in every single case. That can't be the argument that is made in cases, especially where national security is at stake. When such cases are involved, should we then perhaps, not just our elected representatives in case of the MLA, but even in the state government, perhaps look at the larger picture and accordingly make public comments at least?
Definitely, yes, Poonam. I certainly agree with you, but there are certain people who are not involved in the cases, and we are talking about this. But before I answer your question, let me present this in front of you. I don't know with what moral right the entire BJP is today objecting this letter when on
You don't
19th of
take
September
any moral lessons from
the
you,
BJP
Mr. Razak.
government took a
Mr. S.
cabinet
Prakash, you had your time. He was
Sir, I did
patiently
not
waiting.
speak in between when
He
you were
cannot
talking.
Mr. Khan was
that
patiently
we
waiting.
are
S. Prakash, let him have his word.
Sir,
I will let you
talk
counter
while
him.
you were talking. Please have
Mr.
some
Prakash,
patience.
Mr. Prakash,
And
I'll allow you
discipline.
to counter him. Mr. Khan,
Poonam.
go ahead.
Poonam, a cabinet decision was taken on 19 September 2022 to withdraw 34 cases involving around 400 accused activists of many Hindu right-wing organizations like ABVP, Vishwa Hindu Parishad, Bajrang Dal, Shri Ram Sene, and 21 cases related to communal violence, communal hatred, hate speech and cow protection. So all these people at the behest of Pratap Simha's request, you know, the Mysuru MP Pratap Simha's request, 206 members of these Hindu groups were released by the BJP government in the state. Not only that, today they are saying that the MLA's house was attacked and 109 people were booked under UAPA. But on 30th July 2022, the Home Minister of Karnataka's house was ransacked by ABVP members, somewhere around 40 to 60. No case was booked. Why? Because they were ABVP members. Secretly, people were getting trained on weapon, they were using air guns and they were getting trained. I am saying, didn't you have faith on your own police? Why did you need weapon training? But nobody was booked under UAPA for weapon training. The BJP with an agenda wanted this communal riot to happen. Actually, this started on 9th August 2020. You know, the objectionable post was posted on Facebook and the person involved was the nephew of the MLA. The state police disastrously failed. They had to take some kind of action. The intelligence failed. They could not protect the MLA's house nor the police station. People went there to give a police complaint at 2:30 and they were waiting till 8 p.m. Nothing was done. Why? Because the BJP government was there with an intention. They made the crowd to swell and they wanted a riot to happen. They did not bring in
Did the police misjudge?
What
Did the
was
police
Home
misjudge
Minister
the
doing?
situation back then and post that perhaps as well as Prakash? Because overnight 100 arrests were made in that particular case. Very few are now in jail.
There was
No, what happened on that
there
has
was
already been
deliberate
discussed,
pressure on the police
explained,
to keep
and the
quiet.
cases
Sure.
have been
There
filed.
was
Sure,
Many are
deliberate
sure,
being
Mr.
filed.
Khan, you made your point. Let
The
Mr. S. Prakash
Congress
respond as well.
Former
Yes.
mayor himself is accused of setting fire to the Congress MLA, then Congress MLA, who is from a Dalit community. Congress party did not stand for him. They protected Sampath Raj, who was an accused in the case and behind the bar for 3 months. Some of the corporators were involved. The violence was premeditated and whatever the motive may be, it should not have happened and the action has been taken
What was your
impartially.
intelligence doing? The Home Minister should have then and there resigned.
Innocent is
Why did
arrested
not
and
the Home
the
Minister
case is
resign?
filed, the court is there to take the call on it. It is not the duty of the government now.
Sir, when the Home Minister
When the
could
case
not
is
protect an
in
MLA's
NIA,
house, he
how
should have
can the
resigned
state
morally.
government take the call and withdraw the cases? That is not possible. The cases are filed is not a simple case.
So why are you enraged?
Serious offense and terror for terror related.
So why are you enraged, sir?
Cases are imposed and this Rajak always supports such element. He takes a blind eye. For the very last week, 5 people were arrested on terror charges. They were plotting terror in Bengaluru city, terror activity. And our great Home
Sir,
Minister said,
Praveen
"Don't call
Nettaru's
them
murder,
terrorists."
Hindu
What
Harsha's
do we call
murder
them,
was
terrorists
submitted to
and,
NIA probe. Why
we
not
should be
Masood and
enlightened by the
Fazil?
Congress
Because
party.
Bajrang Dal
This is
members
the
were
stand
involved.
and this is
Accept
the
it
way
today
they
because
are
Bajrang
showing
Dal members were involved.
towards
You did not
security,
give Masood
the
and
safety
Fazil's
of the
murder
people of
case to
Karnataka.
the NIA. Does not that attract
Go
UAPA?
to Mr.
Masood
Razak,
and
why do
Fazil's
you
murder,
show
why
here?
was it
Go
not
to the
given to
court
NIA?
and challenge the
Why
NIA.
was
Why
Masood
do
and
you
Fazil's murder not given to NIA? When Praveen Nettaru's murder, Hindu Harsha's murder was given to NIA? Because Bajrang Dal were involved. 8 people were of Bajrang
All
Dal were
those
booked in
whoever
Masood's
has
murder.
committed a crime
You
must
people
be
did not
arrested.
even give any grant to
Whichever
them,
the
not
community
even
they
visited their
belong
house.
to.
Your
Crime is
party
a
was
crime.
with an agenda.
We cannot
People
attach
of
any
Karnataka
religion
have
to it.
rejected your party. People of
Sure,
Karnataka
let's not
have
attach
rejected
religion
your
to it. But
party.
as far as
Just
withdrawing
because the
cases
Muslims-
go, Mr. S. Prakash, I want to ask you this. As far an RTI that was filed, as per an RTI response that came to the fore, there were 385 cases that were issued between February 2020 and February 2023 that there were 7 orders in that particular 3-year period during the BJP government where 385 cases were withdrawn. The RTI also showed that majority of communal incidences which the case was withdrawn in benefited elected representatives of the BJP, be it an MP or an MLA. How do you respond to that then?
Political cases have been withdrawn.
But they are cases of stoking. But they are cases of stoking communal harmony, disharmony.
When Siddaramaiah was Chief Minister, he even withdrew the cases of PF5. Hundreds of cases, thousands of cases have been withdrawn. Cases against the farmers have been withdrawn.
No,
Cases
don't
against the
make a
Kannada
lie. You talk
activists
about
have been
your party,
withdrawn.
sir.
Political cases have been withdrawn. No case who have imposed on riots,
Sure.
burning a police station, murdering a people have been withdrawn.
Please,
There
The
are
gravity of
different
the
kinds of
situation,
cases.
the gravity
Political
of the
you
situation
cannot
will
equate
decide the
cases
punishment,
with
sir. It can't decide whether you decide to
JJD,
withdraw the case or not.
case
If a
is a
certain
terror
charge has been
activity.
invoked, and as Prakash, that is my question. If a certain charge has been invoked of promoting enmity between two communities, as in this particular case, several of those instances were there against BJP MLAs and MPs as well. Which of
Anyone-
cases have been
does
withdrawn is
any-
what the RTI reveals.
No, anyone was involved in a murder or a killing of other people from other community. No, it is a political cases. Political cases, even Siddaramaiah has withdrawn.
Sure.
Not only the BJP. And this particular case.
If I
only
may
we are
respond,
discussing.
please.
Sure, Lavanya Ballal, 30
DJ
seconds.
is
Mr.
a
Srinivasan
terror
has been patiently
activity.
waiting on this, but Lavanya Ballal, 30 seconds.
Yes. I would like to remind the BJP spokesperson that it was the utter failure of the then Home Minister to curtail the
Madam, talk
problem
about
that
now.
happened in DJ Halli and KJ Halli.
Sure.
And after that, they have continuously released, the police had to release many people who were jailed as under trails, or they were in custody as under trails, because there was no proof of those people even being in Bangalore on the day of the incident. So
Sure.
yes, if somebody is asking for verification of the incident, I think as government, it is our duty to ensure that we verify the facts.
Sure, I want to get in Aditya Srinivasan as well. He's been patiently waiting on this debate. And Aditya Srinivasan, I want to ask you, irrespective of which party it is, I want to ask the same question I asked at the beginning of this debate. Is this about convenience? Is this about political inconvenience of whichever party is in power? And does this set a wrong precedent?
Yeah, I think it is about convenience. I think each time a political party is in office, they start coming under pressure from their rank and file and their bases to see what accommodations they can extend to people who have come under some form of, whether it's criminal charges or whether they've been roped into an investigation or whatever it is. I think it's a frequent occurrence. It happens in the states. It happens, to the extent that you have agencies of the center, perhaps those get involved as well. So it's not unusual. It's unfortunate.
And would this set a wrong precedent? Quick rebuttal on that, Srinivasan. Would that end up being then used as a precedent in many other cases where perhaps it would be derailing of justice?
Yeah, just take this debate itself, right? The substance of this debate today has been, the spokespersons of the two political parties basically saying that, but you did this as well, and then you did this as well. So I mean, this is, yeah, you're quite right. It does set a wrong precedent.
Right, it does set a wrong precedent, and that's what all political parties must look at, because it is about the larger picture, especially about cases of UAP, especially about cases of national security. Political brownie points is something that should not be scored. I leave it at that. I thank you all for joining us here on this broadcast on that big debate. We are slipping into a quick break here on this edition of The Right Stand, but on the other side, we're going to get you an exclusive conversation of the counsel of the 1984 riot victims. Are they any closer to justice now? That's what we'll find out.